Hello everyone, I am Anime Master, and I'm here with a different video today. I actually have a question for you guys, rather than you guys, I guess, having a question for me, I suppose. I know at the current time that I'm recording this, the current day and time, I have not, uploaded a tutorial part in a while. And I'm sure if you've been on my channel for a little while, I'm busy. I have things to do. Unfortunately, I do have a bit more time, but I don't have the motivation at the moment. I'm not going to get into it because this isn't really the video for it. But let's just say things are not good at the moment, particularly. So I haven't been doing any guides at the moment. But I'm looking to try and change that to get back into doing guides. Now I know what I need to finish. Which I will be finishing at some point, so that will be carrying on then, and then I may be doing some little small spin-off thingies, which you'll either see or won't see from me. I'm not going to announce anything, so because again I don't know. I could plan to do something and then I don't do it for months on end and forget about it or something because something came up. So I'm not going to make any assumptions or anything like that. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want your guys' feedback on my guides. Now from the very beginning on the first one, I thought the first one was okay, but it's very outdated at this point. We've got new disassemblies, there's new programs, and I'm very old-fashioned. I'm kind of the person where, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't tend to change. Like, I'm not too great with change in general. So, like, if I use a program and it works decently enough, even if there's a better program out there, I don't really want to waste my time to learn a new program. Which I don't have a problem with learning in general because I'm basically trying to study to become a technician at the moment. That's not the issue. It's more of the point that I guess I am a bit lazy in the sense of this. If this program works good enough for me, I don't feel like I need to use another program. But it's always good to have an option to have another program. And if the program does things better, that's great. But I guess for me nowadays, it's like if it's not easy for me to pick up, I probably won't look at it for a good while unless I don't have a good program to use at the moment. Then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna have to look at this at some point. But if I've already got a program that works and someone's like, oh, this might be better for you now, it's new, it's new, someone else has done it. But if I look at it and I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing with this, I do not have the time to try and figure this out and work out what the hell I'm doing, I'm just gonna leave it and not use it for a while. Because that's just my current situation. I do not feel motivated to learn new programs unless it seems like it's a fairly easy thing to pick up. Then I may go into, but so many things going on at the moment. And as for my tutorials, basically I want you guys to let me know what you would like to see. And I don't mean, okay, let me try to explain this. I don't mean as in what tutorial you want next, because I already know what I'm doing next. I've already had my ideas of how I was going to do things anyway, so I don't need suggestions in that. I guess what I'm saying is, what would you like to see as I go through it? Like, do I explain things very well? Do you want me to try and explain things better? Try and dumb it down even further? I'm not the greatest person. I'm not a teacher, ironically enough, even though I am doing these guides. I ain't the greatest at explaining, and I only know one language pretty much. Well, I only know I say that as I get my old tongue twisted. I only know one language fluently, and that is English, of course. I only know like minor French and minor Japanese. So yeah, I can only do these guides in English. I try my best to explain them as I can, but in terms of like my guides, what would you like to see I do perhaps better, or what do you think I missed out? Because they're not perfect, I know that, they're not perfect, and please don't say things like, oh, you didn't include this new program or something. These guides, some of the old, like the first ones, they're old now, so if anything it would be like, oh, update them, which I may or may not do at some point. I'm thinking I may do at least for for the level layout, because that's quite old now, and the setup up to disassembly is fairly straightforward now. But like there are programs that are outdated and whatnot, and yeah, like some people still use like Israel Sonic Editor, which I do not recommend, because then normally you can't properly edit the file. Sometimes you can't even split the file if you want to use disassembly afterwards, because you've already edited the ROM. And then even if you can, 9 times out of 10 you won't be able to build it, because it's like, oh, you've already edited the ROM, and in order to use disassembly you need a clean Sonic 1 ROM. That's not always the case. It depends on, I think it depends on how much you edit, that it kind of detects that, oh, you've changed this way too much, that it's not, you know, it doesn't recognize the original code, so it doesn't work. But you know, if you want to use that, but I wouldn't recommend it at this point, because it wouldn't do very well, because then you're limited, and when you want to go to disassemblies, you're like, ah, crap, I have to start again. So I would not recommend using that. But it's things like that. I mean, what would you want me to, I guess, explain better, or maybe I should have done things a little differently, things like that. I just want your feedbacks on like what you think of the guides. You know, I guess you could go from old to new. Do you think I've gotten better over the years? Do you think I haven't done this, I should have done this? You know, just general things like that. Before I continue, you know, I want your guys' feedback on them, assuming you are watching them. What you'd like to see, you know, what you'd like to see, basically. That's pretty much it, really. Just let me know. You know, if I do like an ASM tutorial, do you know, what are you expecting? Are you expecting me to explain every little detail in terms of like each individual command, what the definition is? You know, do you want me to do this, that, and you know, do you want me to cover this? Should I, you know, anything that I've missed out? Things like that, you know. How I can just sort of improve the tutorials so I can make it better for you guys, easier for you guys. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I want you to tell me how I can improve. How, you know, in terms of how good I am. You can even rate me if you want, I guess, out of 10 or whatever. You know how good do you think they are? Like I said, because you got the old to the new. If I've improved, just things like that. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say to you guys. So I'd be greatly appreciated if you could let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this, your thoughts on my guide so far. And you know, I look forward to seeing your feedback. So please don't ask what guide I'm going to do next, because I already know what I'm going to do next, and I wouldn't be able to tell you when it would be happening anyway. So it's really, I'm just asking you for your feedback on what you think of them so far, and like I say, improvements, etc. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm MMA Master, and hopefully soon you guys will get the continuation of the tutorials. But you know, for now, just let me know what your feedback is in the comment section below. Alright guys, I'll speak to you soon.